Okay, we are today again on Mamma Mia finally, and today, so you see I have my gloves, and I have my driller, so it seems that is the day where I will try to install the autopilot, at least to start and preparing that. So I want to show you here the parts that I have arrived. So you see, this is the tiller extension for Raymarine. This is the famous socket that finally arrives, that should fit this, that I will naturally check. There is okay, my driller, I bought all the possible drilling heads in order to make a proper things. Then I will have to do with the gel coat. I even have made this part that fits perfectly these sockets, 12mm, because as they recommend is not sufficient, the fuse, the tiller extension, and many other things. Now, so to make the mechanical connection, the first things we have to drill a hole, and to drill a hole to fit this, that is exactly 12mm thick. Okay, so I bought exactly a 12mm driller head that will make a perfect hole, and I've already made a test on this piece of piece of wood, and this will actually be used to be glued under the gel coat. So the place where I will need to drill is there, you see, here I already marked it, and that fits perfectly the sides that I have measured before with my reference stick. If you remember, with the extension, that is the place, and that is where I will make the hole, and it fits when it is center, the position 8, that is the extension that I already mounted over there on the Raymarine. It's a bit scary moment because you're gonna drill on a bolt that usually is properly sealed, so I hope that will go fine. Up to now, oh, it's going in like butter. Now we are at the gel coat. Gently. Wow, that was fast. Okay, so the caliper, okay, tells me that we have almost 2 centimeters of fiberglass, including the gel coat. That should be sufficient. And now I will use this drill head that just fits inside to refine the hole. Perfect. It's not going in. That's something that I was not expecting. My next step is to sand the bottom of it so I can glue also this wooden part. I don't think it's really necessary, but as they recommend, is the fiberglass is not as thick as the bolt, maybe it's better to do it. It's heavy raining now, and so I cannot work outside, but no problem. I also have work to do inside. If it comes out, yes, because voila. That is quite interesting. I can show you in detail. So you see that is the switch panel. Here we have all the fuses that are self-resetting fuse, and this is the switch. So I should have a spare one, and now with the tester I will try to guess. I have here my tester, so I will put on 60 volts and try to get if the switch works well, as soon as I got the power. Okay, so the switching system is very simple. I'll just disconnect for a moment the mast light that was here, and the idea is that those are double switches, so you have plus, minus here, and now they are off. So if you measure there, plus, oops, sorry, the focus, plus and minus, it's 0, okay? Now if I switch them on, I got the reading of 12 volts. So I can directly plug through the fuse. I have a 10 ampere switch that recommends 12, but I found anywhere a 12 amp switch. And so I will use a 10 ampere one that is free. So I have to make a jumper cable for the positive line. So I bought today 2.5 thick cable, difficult to find. So that's the maximum size I found, a bipolar cable that should be sufficient to So I bought today 2.5 millimeter cable that should be sufficient to get the power to the Raymarine. That's what they recommend. So I have to make now a tiny jumper cable. I'm lucky I got those things that are the cable jumpers. This is the classical annoying things. So I cut just a few centimeters of the cable, and that should be quite easy to do. Should be, but without the proper tools. Of course, cutting those are cables for typically used for our hi-fi, for loudspeakers, because they are very thick. Clamp it. Who's gonna tell me that this is not the right pliers to clamp? I know that I should use plier like this, but I have only a small one now. So. Voila! That is my jumper cable, and now I have to install it. So now is the moment I have to install the jumper cable between this switch that, as you can see, is not been used. 1, 2, 3. So it's the first one that I will then make a nice label with autopilot that will transfer what? Will transfer the positive on the other switch. So when I will move the switch, that I will have to check, I should have on the other two connectors a positive and negative, actually plus 12 and 0 volts, ready to. The cable are now connected. Of course, I have unplugged here the master switch, and now what I will plan to do is to fit the cable here and all down to the bottom of the cabin with some fixing lines like that. So I'm happy to say that theoretically this should work. So I have also replaced the battery. So this is the original battery I've replaced with my one. So this measures 11 volts, that's probably not sufficient. So I will go and try to charge it. And then I have done the epoxy. And unfortunately I didn't move the video about this because it was raining and I was start to be tired. So I can show you the result. So this is the tiller extension. I made the epoxy and it's glue in the right position. And I had to I'm sorry for the quality of this work, but I have to elevate of 2-3 millimeter this, so it can fit and stays in position, and the gum just touched the pin without, otherwise before was not locking. Then here we have with the epoxy we have the socket for the base, and if you can see below, I hope the camera will expose, I've also made a piece of wood over there, and then that is what I'm proud of. That is the electrical connection that runs through all the cabins. So here we have the socket, easy to be used, should be waterproofed, with the gaskets, with his own cap. So now the next steps will be to relax, because it's been really hard work to do, and to clean the boat because it's a complete mess now. So we'll try to, it's raining again, so we'll see if I can get the key of the car share. Hopefully nobody's there, and after a cola we'll try to go there and try to clean the boat. So here we are, Raymarine Mamma Mia, just after the installation of the pilot.